We'll be discussing some very, very important topics today. Let's start with the news from, I believe, this is from Sky News Australia. This is talking about Meghan's podcast. Then we'll talk about later on in the program, we'll be talking about 7 year of a scam, how Meghan actually exposed herself.
Meghan Markle's latest podcast venture has spectacularly dropped out of the streaming charts just weeks after hitting the airwaves. Riley Sullivan is a lifestyle reporter here at skynews.com.au and he's always across the latest celebrity headlines. Riley, it's great to see you.
Great to be back.
Okay, Meghan Markle, so her new podcast series, Confessions of a Female Founder, has failed to burn up the streaming charts. How bad is it really for Meghan's new show?
Yeah, look, this is pretty bad, Gab. I mean, this show was a multi-million-dollar production. This was what she signed up with Lemonada Media for. Came out last month, the first batch of episodes, and it's just been a complete flop. The first episode barely cracked the top 20 on the Spotify top 100 podcast charts. This week, it's out of the top 100 completely. So basically, in a span of a few weeks, the show has completely disappeared without a trace. I think this is a massive PR disaster for Meghan. She chose to interview businesswomen. That was sort of the angle of the show, these sort of high-profile women that have built successful businesses. And she got some great people, the woman that created Bumble, all different types of business people. But
It was inevitable. The day or the moment Meghan took that microphone and opened her mouth, it was bound to flop. She doesn't have any substance. It is not because people don't like her personality. It is because there is nothing that she can offer to add value to people's life. Instead, what she was doing, she was lying about Archie, Lily, and she produced a complete fake letter. If you don't remember it, she was reading a letter, supposedly written by Lily and Archie.
The mother of Princess Beatrice's stepson has made headlines after weighing in on an infamous moment from Meghan Markle's cooking show. Now, what can you tell us about this?
yeah, well, this was sort of one that flew under the radar. So, of course, we were talking a few weeks ago about that weird moment in Meghan's show where she corrects Mindy Kaling on her name and she says, "I'm Meghan Sussex," and how dare you call me Meghan Markle, basically.
Yeah.
And that has just been viral on social media for weeks. And the Daily Mail, I think it was, they picked up that Dara Huang, who is, of course, the mother of Beatrice's stepson, she actually commented being like, "That was weird." So, which is kind of a funny insight. And she'd know. I mean, she has been around the royal family, and I think it just goes to show how ridiculous that whole thing was.
Oh, wasn't it?
But very funny. But, Dara Huang doesn't speak out very often, so she must have felt quite strongly about this one.
Fair enough.
I mean, can you imagine Dara Wang is speaking out, a lady who never spoke, barely, rarely. This is the magic of Meghan Markle. When she opens her mouth, she makes a lot of people go cringe and open their mouth to refute, to rebuttal, or to show or express their absolute disgust at Meghan Markle. She would not let anybody really to live in peace. She is not a peacemaker. She is a big troublemaker.
Decision about Lady Louise Windsor and James, the Earl of Wessex. These two young royals have always lived quietly. Their lives were simple and away from the spotlight. Most people didn't even know much about them because they weren't making headlines or causing any kind of drama. They went to school, spent time with their parents, Prince Edward and Duchess Sophie, and stayed completely out of trouble. But now, without doing anything wrong, they've been pulled into a bigger royal shakeup. It's not something they asked for, but they've suddenly become part of a bigger picture. Prince William has made it clear that when it's his time to lead, the royal household is going to look very different. He doesn't want a large number of people using royal titles just because they're related by blood. His idea of royalty is based on service, not just family names. He believes fewer working royals is the way forward, and that means big changes for Louise and James.
Okay, big changes for Louise and James. Of course, that will affect Meghan and Harry, as we know that there is a talk going on, and in fact, according to Kinsey Schofield, she said that the monarchy, they have already launched and an investigation or some kind of effort in order to see how they can bring emotion into the parliament, UK parliament, to strip Meghan and Harry from their titles. They're not doing anything for the monarchy. They're not serving them at all. They're doing actually a disservice. They're trashing them. They should not be keeping that or those titles given to them, Duke and Duchess. They should also all be stripped, and this is what it looks like is going to happen, because William is not going to be using or bestowing titles to people just because they were born in the family.
Parliament, and I mean, and exposing her fake belly because it's beyond a doubt now that the belly is fake. And if you combine that with the fact that the birth certificate that is put out there is from Colorado and not California, that her stories do not add up, and that clearly Harry, at least in 80% of those pictures, he was photoshopped in. This is over, folks. It's time to go home and pack it up, because
Harry was photoshopped, Meghan was photoshopped, the kids, surrogate invisible children, they were photoshopped on pretty much every single photo that they have published to the media. The reason I'm saying that is because every time Meghan posts something about those surrogate invisible children, YouTubers, including myself, we start to look deeper, look and closer to those photos of Lily and Archie and try to make sense. Most of the time, I would say 100% of the time, they don't make any sense. They don't add up. Whether it is Archie's growth, Lily's hair, dress, the whole environment, the setup and everything, they always create more controversy and suspicions than they come across as a family photo. Some kind of like loving family with children and all that. Never happens. Last time Meghan Markle, when she posted these pictures on the 7th anniversary, the mood board, if you don't remember mood board, she has a mood board where she posts pictures and events, and she writes stuff on the board as she wishes. That board gave away everything that we have been talking about, the secrecy surrounding the children, how they need to be DNA tested before we make any claim that they are biological children of Prince Harry. And this is what Paula M here is saying. Thank you so much, Paula, for sharing this video. Really appreciate it. She exposes Meghan and Harry unlike anybody else. And as she said, that the birth certificate of Lily was from Colorado. It's not from California. And on top of that, if you take a look at the moon bump, she posted the picture on the mood board. I mean, why would she even do that? Because it is quite easy for us to interpret that as something very, very, to say the least, strange, weird. And it can also be faked. Any moon bump can be faked. Any ultrasound can be fake, because you just have to Google it. It doesn't really take much of a time. But this is exactly what is happening.
Meghan Markle is back in their crosshairs. That's right, South Park is gearing up for season 27, dropping this July, and the DEI special coming in August. And apparently, Meghan Markle is not going to enjoy it. According to insiders, and I use that term lightly because Meghan seems to have insiders at every corporation she's mad at. She's already freaking out, like full-scale, Hollywood-grade, PR, nightmare-level freaking out. And why? Because South Park is not just planning one jab, not just one sketch. No, they're planning multiple full-blown episodes directly mocking Meghan Markle, her failed Netflix show, and her whole...
Meghan Markle gave so much materials to Spotify, not Spotify, to South Park, and also Family Guy, that if they actually run a show, or if they want to go ahead with just Meghan and Harry's skit, they can go on and on and on, because Meghan and Harry, they are offering themselves as the laughing stock of the world. And that's exactly what South Park and Family Guy, those companies, they're looking for. People with a lot of BS, people with a lot of, mockery, people with a lot of self-disrespect, or showing or exposing their own stupidity. That's exactly what these companies are looking for, these shows are looking for. And therefore, I think if they run a show just on Meghan and Harry and their lies, and how they have become a laughing stock, I think they can do it for a very long time, and they will never run out of content. That's what I can promise you guys. But again, with these videos, Paula M and the rest of the other videos that you're watching, I will be doing more investigation into the mood board coming days about the scam, 7 year of scam, how Meghan exposed herself and revealed to the public the truth Meanwhile, if you are not subscribed, consider subscribing. Leave a comment in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next video.